You are staring at a screen, watching a machine do in 3 seconds what took you 3 years to master. I see the tension in your jaw. The fear is real, and the whisper in your mind is loud. Will AI replace me? You feel the ground shifting beneath your feet, the walls of your carefully constructed security closing in upon you. But across the chasm of 2,000 years, I, a man who once ruled an empire, have an answer for you. The names of our fears change, but the nature of human fear itself remains identical. In my time, it was barbarian hordes on the frontier, unpredictable plagues, and the treacherous politics of Rome. Today, it is lines of code, neural networks, and the specter of automation. Yet the question remains exactly the same. How does a rational human being stand firm when the world threatens to turn upside down? Let us walk together, my friend, and examine this modern anxiety, not with frantic panic, but with the steady, piercing light of reason.
You gaze upon this new technology as if it is an unnatural disruption to a peaceful, static world. But tell me, when has the universe ever been at rest? Observe the nature of existence. Change is not an anomaly. It is the very essence of the cosmos. Frightened of change, I wrote to myself once, shivering in my tent on the Danubian frontier. But what can exist without it? Can you take a hot bath and leave the firewood as it was? The jobs you cling to today, the specialized tasks you define yourself by, were born from the ashes of older, forgotten professions. The carriage maker gave way to the automobile. The scribe yielded to the printing press. Now, the knowledge worker faces the artificial intellect. Do not fight the relentless current of time. It is a vast river that sweeps everything away into the abyss of the past. Your anxiety stems from the delusion that things could or should remain exactly as they are right now. Embrace the impermanence. It is only when you fully accept that all human endeavors are in a constant state of flux that you can find true stillness within the storm.
My fellow philosopher Seneca once observed a profound truth about the human condition. Look at the words on your screen. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Look closely at your current terror. Has the machine come for your job today? Are you starving in the streets at this very moment? Most likely, you are sitting in a comfortable chair, well-fed, projecting your mind into a phantom future that does not yet exist. You are torturing yourself with shadows and whispers of what might be. Yes, artificial intelligence might alter your industry. It might even force you to change your profession entirely in the coming years. But the apocalyptic visions of complete destitution and loss of worth, these are fictions spun by an anxious, uncontrolled mind. When you anticipate the absolute worst and dwell upon it constantly, you pay the heavy toll of suffering long before it is even due. Pull your wandering mind back to the present. The present moment is the only place where you have true agency. You can't fight a phantom tomorrow. Why does the prospect of losing a specific job strike so deeply into your soul? I will tell you, it is because you have made a grave error in your internal accounting. You look in the mirror and say, I am an accountant, or I am an artist, or I am an engineer. No. Those are merely temporary roles you play in the grand theater of society. They are what you do. They are not who you are. If a machine can write the code faster or synthesize the market data more accurately, does that somehow make you less of a human being? Absolutely not. Your true worth is never measured by the economic value of your output in a marketplace. It is measured by your character, your capacity for justice, your kindness, your profound fortitude.
A machine may replicate your daily tasks, but it can never replicate your virtue. If your core identity is tied to a fragile, temporary title, you will always live as a hostage to fear. Anchor your identity to your inner character, an impenetrable fortress that no algorithm can ever automate.
Let us consider what this artificial intelligence truly is. It is an impressive imitator, a phenomenal pattern recognizer, a vast, unfeeling repository of human language and logic. But hear me well, it does not feel the warmth of the morning sun. It does not have skin in the game. It does not understand the crushing sting of grief, nor the profound, soaring triumph of overcoming despair. As mechanical, analytical, and repetitive tasks are automated, what do you think will become truly valuable in your world? The things that are uniquely, irreplaceably human. Cultivate the virtues of the soul, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Can a machine possess the courage to speak truth to a tyrannical power? Can it truly understand justice? Or does it merely calculate outcomes based on biased histories? A machine can write a perfectly structured apology, but can it look a colleague in the eye and take responsibility for a failure with genuine honor? As the machines take over the mechanical, you must become more human. Authentic human connection, empathy, and moral integrity will become the rarest and most precious commodities of all. Epictetus, a wise man who knew far more about the lack of freedom than any emperor ever could, taught us the most vital lesson of existence, distinguishing between what is in our control and what is not. Can you control the breakneck pace at which these language models improve? No. Can you control the decisions of your corporate board to implement automation to save coin? No. So why, my friend, do you exhaust your precious spirit battling ghosts you cannot touch? Here is what you hold absolute dominion over: your reaction to these events, the effort you put into learning new, adaptable skills, the resilience you show when faced with a sudden setback. The moment you stop worrying about the relentless march of technology and start focusing entirely on your own adaptable mind, the anxiety dissipates like morning mist. Focus entirely on the helm of your own ship and let the digital storm rage outside. You cannot command the winds of progress, but you can always adjust your sails. Do not merely endure this technological disruption. Do not merely tolerate it with gritted teeth. You must learn to love it. We Stoics call this Amor Fati, a profound, unconditional love of one's fate. Whatever happens tomorrow, whether the AI dramatically helps you or entirely displaces you, you must look at it and say to yourself, "This is what was meant to be, and I will use it as fuel to make myself better." As I wrote in my meditations, a blazing, roaring fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. Be the fire. If you lose your job, let it be the necessary catalyst that forces you to discover a new passion, to start a new venture, to completely reinvent yourself. If the machine takes away your tedious, repetitive tasks, let it free your mind to do deeper, more meaningful, more creative work. The obstacle in the path becomes the path. This artificial revolution is not here to destroy you. It is here to test you, to refine you. Welcome the challenge. Face it with a grim, joyful determination. To be a Stoic is to be a perpetual, humble student of life. The arrogant man believes he has learned all he ever needs to know, and thus he is utterly terrified when the world changes its rules. But you must be like water, fluid, adaptable, finding a clever way around every stone in the riverbed.
Do not stubbornly cling to outdated methods out of misplaced pride or nostalgia. Look at these new artificial tools. Study them. Understand their language. Ask yourself, how can they serve my community? How can they amplify my uniquely human intentions? The Stoic does not retreat into a dark cave when the world shifts. The Stoic steps forward, eager to see how the universal reason is unfolding. The master craftsman does not curse the invention of a sharper, faster chisel. He simply learns how to hold it. You are a rational being, endowed by nature with the supreme capacity to learn and adapt. Spend your precious energy not on protesting the existence of the new chisel, but on mastering its use.
Earlier we spoke of your internal worth. Now let us examine the external world, the illusion of the marketplace. You deeply mourn the impending loss of your job security. But my friend, let us be brutally honest. Was this security ever real? It was always an illusion. A comfortable, warm blanket woven purely from probability, routine, and hope. At any moment in history, a supposedly invincible company could fail, a global market could crash, a microscopic disease could sweep across the lands, or a foolish decree could change the economy overnight. There is no permanent safety in the external world. None. Fortune spins her wheel constantly. To seek ultimate security in a job title or an economic system is to build a massive fortress on a foundation of shifting sand. The tide of fate will, eventually, wash it away. True security resides only in one place, your own inner citadel. It is the unshakable knowledge that no matter what the external world abruptly strips away, you retain your ability to reason, to act with profound courage, and to endure.
Let us practice an ancient mental exercise. We call it Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of evils. Let us look your digital demon directly in the eyes. What if the absolute worst happens? What if tomorrow the AI truly takes your job? You are called into a sterile office. You are told your services are no longer required by the algorithm. You pack your belongings in a cardboard box. You walk out the door into the cold street. What then? Will you die on the spot? Will the sun stop rising in the east? Will your loved ones cease to exist? No. You will experience a period of hardship. You will have to reduce your daily expenses. You will have to swallow your pride and ask for help. You will have to struggle, perhaps fiercely. But you will survive. You will find a way, because that is what humans do. We have endured devastating famines, brutal wars, harsh exiles, and absolute ruin, only to rebuild our lives from the very dust. The worst-case scenario is not a death sentence. It is merely an uncomfortable transition. Look at it fully. Realize it is survivable, and it loses its power to terrorize you.
Remember, too, that you are not facing this great technological upheaval alone. We Stoics believe in Sympatheia, the profound interdependence of all things. We are meant to work together, designed by nature to cooperate, like hands, feet, or the rows of upper and lower teeth. To act against one another in panic is contrary to nature. As this wave of automation crashes over your society, do not retreat into selfish, isolated fear. If you find yourself secure in the new world, extend a strong hand to the one who has fallen behind. If you have fallen, do not let foolish pride keep you from grasping the hand that is offered to you. The absolute greatest defense humanity has against any disruption is our shared social nature. The machine does not care for its fellow machines. It feels no loyalty. But a human being can sacrifice, can share their bread, can comfort a weeping friend. Build your local communities,
Strengthen your true friendships. In times of great historical upheaval, our sacred duty to one another becomes infinitely more urgent.
So, what must you do tomorrow when you wake up, knowing the machines are still learning, still advancing in the dark? You must do exactly what human nature demands of you. You get out of bed, you do your work, whatever it currently is, with maximum excellence, integrity, and justice. You treat your fellow humans with profound kindness. You take a moment to truly enjoy the taste of your food. You step outside, look up at the vast canopy of stars, and remember just how incredibly small our modern anxieties are in the face of eternity. Do not let the phantom shadow of a machine steal your present joy. You are a human being, endowed with reason, incredible resilience, and a spark of the divine fire. No algorithm, no matter how complex, can ever replace your soul. Stand tall. Face the unfolding future not with a trembling hand, but with an open heart and a steady, unbreakable gaze. Go now. Live this day well. For today, my friend, is all we truly have.